All right, welcome. Today, we are going to tackle a huge challenge in modern manufacturing. We're talking about how to turn that absolute flood of factory data from, total chaos into a tool for calm, predictable control. So how do we actually do that? Let's dive in.
It's a strange situation, isn't it? It's really the paradox of the modern factory. You've got sensors on practically everything, dashboards coming out of your ears, and yet, you're still putting out fires all the time. Unplanned downtime, quality problems, surprise bottlenecks. These things just keep happening, despite all the data we're collecting. So what's the missing link? What's the piece that connects just seeing the data to actually preventing the problem before it starts?
Well, here's a hint. The answer isn't another dashboard. It's a whole new kind of software assistant, one that's designed specifically for this job. We're talking about AI agents. And look, these aren't just for making pretty charts. They are literally built to understand what the data is telling you and then help you do something about it.
So what even is an AI agent when we talk about a factory? Well, think of it like a piece of software that has a really clear mission. And its goals? They're your goals. Keep the machines running, make sure every product you make is top-notch quality, and slash energy and material waste. And it gets there by doing three things: observing, deciding, and then acting.
Okay, that sounds pretty powerful, right? But how does it actually work on the factory floor? And maybe more importantly, how does it do all this safely without messing with the critical systems that you already rely on? Let's break down its core loop of operations.
It's really just a simple three-step cycle that's always running. First up, it perceives. This means it's constantly pulling in data from all your existing systems, your sensors, your SCADA, your MES, you name it. Second, it reasons. Now this is where the real magic happens. It takes your hard-coded rules, like this temperature should never go above X, and combines them with machine learning to spot these tiny patterns and anomalies that a human would probably miss. And third, it acts. Now this could be something as simple as sending a targeted alert to an operator's phone, or it could be as advanced as making a tiny pre-approved tweak to a setting to optimize performance. Now, this next part is absolutely critical to understand, especially when we talk about safety. An AI agent is not a replacement for your PLC. Not even close. Think of it like this. Your PLC is the controller. It's the super fast, super reliable system that enforces the hard safety limits, no questions asked. The AI agent, it's the optimizer. It sits a layer above, looking for ways to improve things, but the PLC always has the final say on what's safe. They're partners, not rivals. One ensures safety, the other hunts for efficiency.
Okay, so the technology is clever, for sure. But what we all really care about are the outcomes, right? The bottom line. How does this partnership actually translate into real, tangible results? Well, this is where we get to shift from that chaotic, reactive firefighting mode to achieving predictable, steady wins. I absolutely love this quote from the source material because it just nails the whole idea. Predictive maintenance, powered by an AI agent, means you stop reacting to failures after they happen. You're no longer learning about a bad bearing because you can smell hot grease. Instead, the agent sees the early warning signs in the data and lets you schedule maintenance proactively long before it has a chance to grind production to a halt.
And the results of making that shift? They're dramatic. The first huge payoff is a 10 to 30% reduction in unplanned downtime. And look, that's not just a nice number on a chart. For a plant manager, that means fewer frantic 3 a.m. phone calls. It means more predictable schedules and a massive drop in costs and, frankly, stress. And the value just keeps building from there. Because it's not just about keeping the machines running, it's about the quality of what they produce. By spotting those tiny little process deviations that the human eye would just never catch, these agents help increase your first pass yield by 2 to 8%. That means less scrap, less expensive rework, and a direct boost to your profitability. And the third big win is all about efficiency. These agents can find all sorts of small optimization opportunities that really add up, things like fine-tuning boiler loads or compressor cycles. The result? A 5 to 15% reduction in energy costs. So, when you combine less downtime, higher quality, and lower energy use, you can see how these aren't just one-off wins. They are steady, compounding gains that can fundamentally change the economics of your plant. Now, this all sounds great. But let's be real, the idea of some massive AI rollout can be pretty intimidating. But the good news is, you don't have to bet the whole plan on it. There's actually a clear, low-risk, 90-day playbook that can take you from just an idea to a proven result. The most important thing here is to start small.
First, you pick one lighthouse project, a problem that's high impact but pretty low risk to tackle. Then you make sure your data is solid and you build a simple agent. And here's the absolute key, that last step. You run it in advisory-only mode. For the first few weeks, the agent does nothing but make suggestions. Your experienced operators still make the final call. This is how you build trust and measure the value safely, way before you even think about automating a single thing.
And that really brings us to the bottom line. This isn't about some far-off sci-fi magic. It's a practical technology that's available right now, and it delivers on a very simple, very powerful promise. Fewer emergencies, and a lot more calm, productive, and predictable days on the factory floor.
So, I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. What's that one nagging problem in your own operation? That one source of unpredictability where just one small targeted win could make a huge difference. If you can find that, you've found the perfect place to start. Thanks for joining us.